LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison, and I'm dropping this short video, guys. If some of you are uncomfortable with the subject of race, just cut the video off, y'all. Cut it off, and we'll just agree that we're going to disagree, and that's just the way that is. Okay, man. This big behemoth of a man that you see in the left corner, you know, the man that looked like the guy on the brawny paper towel? Yeah, that guy. This is Big John McCarthy. I'm going to call him Big John Stupid. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something right now. And I picked up on this. And I completely picked up on this, y'all. And I'm sorry, man. John McCarthy, pretty much, man, he the worst referee out. I mean, he's horrible, man. John McCarthy is horrible. And I know a lot of people, you're going to disagree with this video. That's okay. It's not for everybody to agree with. Everybody can't agree with me. My ideas, my ideologies, and my thoughts, they're not going to be the same as everybody. But I do think that John McCarthy, he got a kick out of what happened last night, and tonight, and I'm finna explain this to you, okay? Michael Johnson, the young dude that you see right below John McCarthy, he got completely destroyed. I'm talking about he took an ass whooping like no other tonight. He did, okay? This guy was finished, man. In round 2, I thought, and many of even the fans in the audience, they thought this fight should have been stopped, man. This guy was getting wrecked beyond wrecking. He was getting wrecked. Michael Johnson was getting destroyed in that octagon. I mean, there's no way around it. He was getting destroyed. Khabib was beating him down. And I'm going to tell you something, man. It's bad when you got Khabib really beating Michael Johnson to death, beating him, and he's glancing back at John McCarthy, and he's glancing back and looking at John McCarthy like, are you going to stop this? And then when John McCarthy just kept looking at him, man, he turned back around and kept going. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to let Michael Johnson recover and then possibly, do some damage to him? No. This ain't Khabib's fault. This is nowhere near even Khabib's fault. Khabib actually has a lot of respect for Michael Johnson, and that's why he kept looking back like, dude, are you going to stop this fight? He's done. Nah, John McCarthy, when they put the camera on him, John McCarthy had this menacing look on his face. And it's almost like, man, the dude was enjoying Michael Johnson in there getting wrecked. Like, he was enjoying it. He was completely enjoying this dude getting wrecked. He had a menacing look, and I'll never forget it. And I'm like, man, this dude right here, this dude is an idiot. This dude is a complete idiot, a complete waste of space. And he knew that fight should have been stopped in round 2. Should have been stopped in round 2. Nope, he let it go all the way on to round 3. He let it go on, man. And Michael Johnson, his corner, they some idiots too. They knew this dude after round 2 was wrecked. Michael Johnson got up off his feet. He was concussed. I don't care. When he go to the doctor, I promise you, they're going to show that he was concussed. Because the way he was getting up, the way he was moving, the guy's legs were not up under him. He came out in the third round. His legs were still not up under him, man. The dude was overly concussed. He was taking some stiff shots from that ground and pound from Khabib. He was taking a lot of stiff shots, and John McCarthy continued to look at him with this menacing-ass look on his face, while Michael Johnson just got beat down. He didn't even want to stop the fight. He didn't try to, because he was getting a kick out of it. And then I started to realize, you know what, man? We got some racist individuals within the UFC. And those people going to say, oh, man, John McCarthy just saw that Michael Johnson was still moving around. Look, man, the guy that I saw that Khabib was beating on, this guy was in no position to get up. He was in no position to fight off the ground and pound. He was done. He was defenseless. He was literally trying to cover up to avoid taking damage. That's what he was doing. And you're supposed to stop the fight, man, when these guys are not retaliating, man. I mean, you should have. I mean, and the fight doctor. Where the hell is the fight doctor? Like, you didn't see this dude. I mean, come on, man. I done been around athletics and boxing and fighting. I know somebody when they concussed. Michael Johnson had all the telltale signs of being concussed, man. He did. But isn't it funny though how Big John McCarthy, when Conor McGregor knocked out Eddie Alvarez, and when Eddie Alvarez got dropped and McGregor got on top of him and started ground and pound, Big John McCarthy stopped that fight awfully quick. Oh, he stopped that fight real quick. I mean, he didn't even let Conor McGregor get going on the ground and pound. Oh, he stopped the fight. And I don't even think Eddie Alvarez actually was in that bad a shape at the time. Because the knockdowns that Eddie Alvarez suffered, they were flash knockdowns, okay? He ate him and got back up. Okay? The final draw was when Conor McGregor actually hit him and he got on the ground. And I don't disagree with the stoppage. I don't disagree with the stoppage of Eddie Alvarez. I don't at all. It should have got stopped. But so should the fight Khabib versus Michael Johnson. That fight should have been stopped. I wonder why. It almost appears like, Big John McCarthy just got a kick out of the black dude getting his ass whooped. That's just the way that is. And then we go over here to Tyron Woodley. We go to him. Okay? See, Dana White is a businessman first, y'all. He a businessman. And see, guys like Tyron Woodley, like I do in the women's, and I tell you who bad for business, Tyron Woodley is bad for business. When Tyron Woodley won the title, see, he was a huge underdog. He wasn't supposed to win. See what I'm saying? He's bad for business. And a lot of people don't like him. He's booed constantly. When he won the title, he got booed. Okay? He got booed. He got booed completely. I mean, but that's what they do to all the black superstars, the black fighters in MMA. Sorry. John Jones, they boo the crap out of him. Daniel Cormier, they boo the crap out of him. I don't care what you do. You're going to get booed. That's just how it is. Guys get booed. But to have Dana White, that old cue ball, bald-headed, biscuit whiskey, catnip, bald-headed, booger breath, booty breath, butt boy, Dana White goes over having a conversation with somebody, and all of a sudden the decision gets changed. How you going to explain that? They know Stephen Woodley won that fight. They know Tyron Woodley won that fight. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, the guy is skillful. I'll give all of you that Stephen Wonderboy, he's talented. But today, Tyron Woodley whooped his ass. And that's just the way that is. You can look and see. You can see who fought. You can look and see who been in a fight. It looked like Stephen Wonderboy got hit with a truck. It just do. Okay? Wonderboy, he got beat. But you know what they're going to try to do, see? They're going to force Tyron Woodley to have a rematch with Wonderboy. See, listen, let me tell you something. I don't care what Tyron Woodley said, because Tyron Woodley didn't want this fight. Tyron Woodley point blank said, I want to take another fight and get a payday. That's what he said. He didn't want this fight against Wonderboy. But see, I done read multiple UFC contracts. I've read them. And let me tell you something right now. You have to fight who they put in front of you. You have to fight, or else they'll put you on the shelf for 6 months. It's in the contract. Man, those contracts are very specific. They even tell people making video games what moves can and cannot be in the game. The contracts are very specific. And see, the UFC, they reserve the right. If you turn a fight down, they can shelf you for 6 months. You don't have an option. Tyron Woodley had no choice. Like Juliana Pena, she been ghost. Have y'all not seen her? You know why? Because she ducked Valentina Shevchenko. And in those contracts, man, I'm telling you, when you don't fight who they say they want you to fight, you on the shelf. And guess what? We ain't going to see Juliana probably anymore till January or February. Because that'll be about 6 months since our last fight. Don't let all that talking that they be doing, man, they ain't got no control. The UFC control everything. Every aspect of their career, the UFC controls it, and they got to fight when and where the UFC tells them to. The UFC tell them to, and that's just the way that is. See, they're going to blackball Tyron Woodley. They're going to make him fight Wonderboy again. They're going to put him in the ring with Wonderboy again. And this time, if it go to distance, I guarantee you, if the fight is even close, he going to get robbed. He's going to get robbed and Wonderboy. Because the fight that's going to sell for Dana White, Wonderboy versus McGregor. I'm telling y'all, do not come on here and say, oh, Coach, you're wrong, because I've been right about so many things. I've been right and correct about so many things, and this is one thing that I know that they're trying to brew up. Because, see, this is their young, hot, prospect talent, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Okay? Versus the loudmouth Conor McGregor. Nah, man, they got to protect this dude. Wonderboy, they got to do it. And let me tell you something. Do you think Dana White gonna let Tyron Woodley get in there and mess all that up? Tyron Woodley is bad for business. He is the wrong color, and he don't kiss no butt. And my friends, that's just the way that it is. Take this video however you want it. It's fine. You can disagree. You can move out. It doesn't matter, okay? I'm done.